Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor.
For the sake of example, if 0 was the starting point, where you conceived the idea that you wanted to be an entrepreneur, you wanted to build a business, grow a business, that you wanted to go into a certain career field, that you wanted to lose weight, whatever it is your dream or your goal is, if 0 was the starting point, that seed was planted in your mind, and if 100 was the end game, when you finally get to where you envision you want to be at stage 0, at level 0, 0 to 100, if that was the case from idea, conception to success, why do we think it's going to happen overnight? If you was to count from 0 to 100 right now, how long would it take you? You obviously aren't going to go 0, then 100, are you? You're going to say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so on. No one becomes a millionaire overnight in this world, with a few exceptions. If you win the lottery, if you hit the jackpot at a casino, if you're born into money. But even in that scenario, when you're born into money, they call that old money. Someone had to be new money. Someone had to start that circle of generational wealth. 0 to 100 is not an instantaneous action. It doesn't happen overnight. But we fool ourselves and make ourselves believe that it does. Even professional athletes, the NBA, the NFL, MLB, we see all of these huge contracts, even for rookies. Michael Jordan, the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, just signed Gordon Hayward to a 4-year, $120 million contract. That's more money than Mike ever made in his whole NBA career. But my point is, even with professional athletes, we get confused and brainwashed by these big contracts, all of these millions of dollars. They don't go 0 to 100 overnight. Yeah, we see them on draft day, but we don't see all the grit, all the pain that they had to go through when they were kids, in high school, in college, all the hours, endless hours of training. LeBron James didn't become LeBron James overnight. So why do you think you're going to be whatever you want to be overnight? Why do you think you're going to accomplish your goals overnight? Get it out your mind and buckle in for the process. Because 0 to 100 is a very excruciating process. It's a discouraging process, but it's a necessary process. Because the only way you can get to 100 is to go through every single level in between. And sometimes you might go backwards. Sometimes you might get to level 25. And you might get bounced back to level 10. Then you might get bounced back to level 4. And then that's when you start to overthink. The United Negro College Fund, its famous tagline is, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind is a terrible thing to overheat as well. Because when things don't go your way, when things don't go as smoothly as planned, you start to overthink. Your mind is all over the place. You think you're not doing it right. You think you need to do it the way the other person did it. You think you need to do this. You think you need to do that. And that's not the case. Stop overthinking. You already brainstormed. You already made it in your mind that you want to be an entrepreneur and this is the business you want to do. This is what you're passionate about. You already made it up in your mind that you want to lose weight. You already made it up in your mind that this is the career field you want to go into because you're great at this. You already brainstormed, figured out your passion, figured out what you're skilled at, and decided this is what you want to do. That was level 0. So why are you doing things once you're in this journey, once you're on this path? Why are you doing things that you were already doing at the beginning? Why are you second guessing yourself? Why are you doubting yourself? Stop doing that. You already brainstormed. You already got the foundation. You already got the plan. Just continue to execute. Continue to execute. Remind yourself that if you went backwards or if you've been in the same spot for too long, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just not executing. You're not taking yourself serious. And you lost your passion along the way. So you have to reclaim that. Remind yourself how you felt at level 0, the enthusiasm you had when you decided to start this business, when you decided to go into this career field, when you decided to lose weight, when you decided to become X, Y, and Z. Remind yourself why you chose that passion and why you're so happy about it, and then continue to execute. Get back to it. Who cares if you went backwards? Who cares if you've been stuck in the same place? You still got time to get to 100. You still got time to get to your end game. As long as you continue to remind yourself that it's a process and it's nothing you're doing that other men and other women didn't go through. You think all the bad stuff that's happening to you is a personal issue? No, it's not a personal issue. That happens to anybody that wants to be great. Anybody that wants to be successful, they have to go through pain. They have to go through discouragement. They have to get their feelings hurt. So it's nothing personal. It's nothing special about what you're going through. It's just literally the process. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in the time frame that you created in your mind that it should happen in. But what I can tell you is it's going to happen. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I know it's going to happen as long as you continue to execute and do what you got to do. Don't abandon that business plan. Don't abandon this idea. Don't abandon the notion that you want to lose weight. Don't abandon the fact that this career field is for you. Continue to hold on to those truths, which is, it is for me. I am destined to be great. I am destined to succeed. I am destined to grow a profitable business. And just continue to execute and go through the process. Social media, mainstream media, all of this has got us wired to think that it's supposed to be instantaneous. We just see the tip of the iceberg. We don't see the ugly stuff under the water. And when you overthink, you submerge yourself into a sea of negative thoughts and you end up drowning yourself in those negative thoughts. Don't do that. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Continue to have confidence in yourself. Continue to have faith. Faith is confidence in the things that we hope for and assurance of what we do not see. Continue to have faith that you're going to get to level 100. Even though you're stuck on level 10, even though you made it to level 30 and you went back to level 23, it don't matter. Just continue to go forward. You will get there. Just how all these professional athletes eventually got to where they wanted to be. Just how all these successful entrepreneurs eventually got to where they want to be. Just how all these people lost weight. Just how all these people gained success in their career fields and got their dream jobs. You're going to get there if you keep working. The only way you're not going to get there is if you stop working. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. 0 to 100 is not instantaneous. It's not a magic trick. It's a process. It's a long journey. A journey that a lot of people don't want to embark on. But you had the courage to embark on this journey. So that's why it's destiny that you get to where you want to be. If this podcast has blessed you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you next week.